Okay, so today we are going to talk about how we can load data into Power BI and you can do some easy visualizations using Power BI. My goal for today is just to introduce you how this works and how you can easily get started with Power BI. If someone is complete beginner in Power BI and a little bit of knowledge in Excel, it should be fine for him or her. So this is my Excel file. Excel file consists of a sales data page. We have the record of the product name against the product ID, but it is on the separate sheet. So we will focus on this page for today. Uh, So let's get started. Our first goal is to load this data into Power BI. So how does it work? Close the file. Now we open Power BI. This is our Power BI. So when you start Power BI, by the way, this is the desktop version of Power BI and it is free to use. Anyone can download it and use. You can download it from Microsoft Store, or other than that, you can download it from website as well. So let's get started. So this page comes first. So the first thing first, we want is to get the data. So Power BI gives us a wide range of options from where we want to access our data. So it's like Excel workbook, then PDF also you can use, SharePoint folder, Access database, SQL Server database, and a lot more. So for the starting purpose, we are using Excel workbook. So connect. So let's dive into desktop. And we can see in our desktop, we have one file, sales data. So we select this data. Press open. So when you open the data, it gives you options, whatever is available in the workbook. So we have two things. We used our data, we put our data in a table. That is a table sign, and this is a worksheet sign. So both of them are basically the same. So for now we are preferring table. So we selected the table, and it is always a good practice to go with transform data, because when you load data, it is loaded directly. You, if there is anything wrong, like your date column is not formatted properly or anything, or maybe you want to do a little bit of change and anything, always go with transform data, even if you don't have to change anything. So here is my total sheet. Look at these things: the source, navigation, and changed type. The source is what I selected already. The navigation is, you can check that. Yeah, so we selected say source. This is our source. Then the navigation is like we selected the data table. And the third thing, they automatically identified the types of the columns and they suggested us the type. So for the first thing, we have the date table, and we can see here in the home, the type is date, or the sign also shows it's a date column. So it's fine. For the order number, we have the text, that is also fine. For the product ID, we have the text type. This is also fine. For ignoring the child header, for sales channel, this is also text type. This is fine. For quantity, this is whole numbers. This is also fine. For sales, this is decimal number. So here we can do one thing with, we can go with fixed decimal number. So when we have like the data that is maybe currency or something, we can go with this decimal number, fixed decimal number. So the last thing is we want to get rid of this, as we are not using the child header, then we'll just removing this column. So very easy, just right click and remove. So it is recorded that we removed the columns. Note that this is a like it's a beginner problem always. For example, when Power BI is giving suggesting us the data type, they usually see around 1000 rows, and then they decide what data type it should be. So for us, the case is all data type is like, for example, the first 1000 data type is same, and then the rest is also same. But if in your case, if you have like for one column that has mixed data type, that has the numbers and that has the text data types as well, and in the first 1000 rows you have only numbers, and then later on you have some text data types as well. So in that case, Power BI will automatically think this is a number data type, and it will identify as number, and when you load this it will show you error. So the best practice is you have some knowledge of whatever data you are loading, and when before doing anything else you fix your data types first. So yeah, our data is ready to load, and we just close and apply. That's it, your data is loaded. You can see the table here. You have three options here. One is the report view, second is data view, and three is model view. So when we go to data view and select our table, then it will show us all the columns and everything. Uh, this is the date column. It automatically identified the date, and it gives us the date with uh, days and day name and everything. So we just change it to only date. It's a good practice always. I prefer. I'm not sure whoever else how they do it, but yeah, it looks good to me. Only date. If you need any other day column, it can be done later. So this is another thing. I just sorted this on ascending order so that it is sorted. It's nothing important. It's just peace of my mind. That's it. Uh, okay, so data is loaded. This is the model view. We have the table that is model. For now, I just want to tell you one thing, that model view is really, really important for Power BI, but not for today. Because when you want to start, you don't want to mess with everything. So let's go with the report view. So this is the report view. Whatever report you want to make, you will use this view, and you will do some visualization and everything. So how does it work? We have like this page one, we can add another page and other pages as well. This is the visualization panel. You can select any visualization you want and everything. So let's do one thing. Let's show you the view mode, and you can see whatever it's like showing data. You can select the format option as well. So you can choose either data and or format. Format is like when there is nothing, you will format the page. Your page name is here. You can also rename the page from here. Also rename the page from here. So let's rename it by double clicking overview. Okay, so second thing is like canvas setting. You can choose whatever the canvas will be. It's like if it is 16:9, or even select any custom type and everything. This is also not something like you need today. So let's get started with any visualization. So we have the data here. Let's do one thing. Let's select the sales column and see when you click on the sales, it automatically identifies that you want the sum of sales. This is their auto detection of, again, maybe it is not correct for everyone, but yeah, they identified this and gives you the total sum of sales for the whole time, the whole data you have. So we can see that we have like $24.5 million of sales. It is automatically selected by them that it is a card visual. So this is a card visual. So let's say, for example, I don't want the card visual. I want the pie chart. See, we changed it to pie chart, 25.47 million. So this is our sum of sales. It is shown in a pie chart. So when we go to the data view, we can see that we have product ID, order number, and sales channels as well. So let's say how many sales channels we have. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 channels. So we want to see how the sales is divided among the channels. Very easy. The values is here. You just select the, click on add data on the legend and select sales channel, and it automatically gives you the report which shows which channel is performing how, on what extent. So let's make it a bit bigger. So see how Power BI gives you an insight of your data by just clicking 2 or 3 times. You just select the sales and select the sales channel. It gives you a big portion here that is channel 1, and it gives you that it is 56% of the total sale, and rest is like other channels are doing like the other percentage. So we can say that the blue color is channel 1, it is the highest selling. Second is web 1, that is the second highest selling. So we can easily identify that these two are the biggest channel for us. So what conclusion we get from this visual? We can write it here. We can click insert. We want to, for example, get a text box. So this is the text box. We make it shorter here, and we can write down that key findings. We have altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 channels. Best selling channel. Which one? Channel 1. Second best channel. Channel, not channel. The second one is web 1. So we can easily assume that channel 1 is their the best selling channel, and like they're focusing the most on channel 1, and the web 1 is also their primary website. Fourth one is both channel 1 and web 1 brings what it is, like 56 plus 22, it's almost 50, like 66, 76, 78% of total sales. So see, this is our findings, key findings from the very tool, small, some like couple of clicks, we can find a lot of insights from the data. We make it bigger, and for the key findings, we can do it bold, and maybe we can do as well. So we got the key findings and we got the sum of sales by sales channels as well. Let's do some beautification. We click here. When we go to the format, again, I said earlier, when you are not clicking any visual, you are clicking outside of the visuals. When you click format, it will give you the page formatting. But when you have any visual selected, click format, it will give you the formatting for this specific visual. So we can change the size and style here. We can give it a title and we can give any border as well. So we give a border, and let's do one thing for the key findings. We don't give it here. We just come to the title here and put it as a title here. We can make it bigger. Key findings. We can give it. We don't need to make it on the center alignment. We move it to the left alignment. So this here it goes. We have a visual border. We select this one. We also select one border here. Let's go to size and style. In the visual border, we have the border. You can also change the colors if you need to. And it says sum of sales by channel on the title. It gives us an auto title. So let's make it shorter. We just tell that, yeah, it is sales by channel. Okay. And same thing we do, get it bigger. So how can we make it a little bit smaller for the visual? Just click here and make it small. Same thing when we select this one, we click here and make it small. See, there is a red mark that this tells you that it is right now just on the same margin with the other visual. Second thing here, click here if you want to make it shorter here or bigger here. So just click, you can either click here or you can click here as well. So let's click here and do it a little bit smaller here. Same thing here, comes and comes. So we click here and make it closer to the sales channel. Okay. Second thing is, let's select both of them by just dragging the mouse. When we click the mouse and move over both of them, both of them are selected. Let's make it a group and go to format, align center, and go to format, align middle. So it gives you the whole report based on the page. Both of them are in the aligned in the middle of the page. We can do a little bit of changing of colors. Okay, let's ungroup it for now. Change the colors. Click here. Colors of the background can be changed from here. Click background. It is white. Let's select gray. It is also white. Let's select gray. Let's do one thing. Let's click insert, then click shape. Click a rectangle. Make it same size, length, and like this way. We choose the background color. That would be maybe gray to match. Okay, so there's two things. So the background color we changed here, but the shape color did not change. So when we go to the shape style and change the fill, it will change it. Secondly, about the border, we have the blue color that is already selected. We need the black. So we have selected this one again. We confirm that this is the same length with as both of the other two of them. We go a little bit lower, and on the shape we write text that is sales overview. See, it is here, but color is white, so we color it dark blue, I guess, or maybe a little bit lighter. Make it bold and make it 26. Sales overview. Your report is ready. You have the findings, you have the visual, and you have the sales overview. Now, easily you can save and give it a nice name, sales overview, and click save. This is it for today. See you in the next video. Thank you.